Hello, hello, welcome back. I am so excited about today's project. I have been thinking about this for a very long time. And I'm just going to do it. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm going to do it. I finally had a little bit more of a game plan that came to my mind. So I said, that's it. I'm doing it. Okay. We're going to be working on an altered tin today. And I know you've probably seen this done by other people. I know I have, and I'm just intrigued. It's like this whole little world inside of a tin that I think is so precious. And I love it so much that I think I'm going to make a series out of this. I'm going to be making several with different themes and different ideas, different techniques that I come up with. And so I think this is going to be a series. So welcome to the first episode 1 of altered tins. So yes, so I don't have the Altoid tins handy at all, so I just went ahead and bought like a 6-pack of these from Amazon. Easy breezy, nice and clean, but you could certainly use an Altoid tin. I might need to start buying Altoids again, just so I can have the tins afterwards. But yeah, so, and I think this is a pretty standard size, but I think I've actually seen some that maybe are a little bit larger, but you know, that's okay. You can work with what you got. So we're going to create a little Christmas fairy world inside of this tin. Okay. So this is part of my a very fairy Christmas kit, and it is actually 35% off through the end of December, and I'll link all that below in case you want to grab it for yourself and play with it. But I'm definitely going to be obviously using it in an untraditional way, which is kind of fun and exciting. So let's work on covering the outside first, because I think that will be the easiest. And as usual, I haven't done this before. So strap in your seatbelts and hang on tight, because I'm not sure how this is going to go. Now, as I continue making more and more episodes of this, I will hopefully get more of a hang of it. But here's what we're going to do. I want to use her as kind of the cover, as part of the cover. So we're gonna take this and kind of eyeball where I want her to be. All right, and I'm just gonna draw around, give myself a guide. Okay, is she about where I want her to be? Yeah, I think so. All right, so now when I cut, I'm going to cut actually slightly inside the line that I just drew because there's a lip on this tin that prevented. Well, you know what? Hang on. Let me try something else. I was kind of going like this, but I'm wondering if I just hang on. Let me erase this real quick. Okay, let's try this again. I want to be more careful about where my pencil tip goes. I think I want her about there. Okay, so I'm gonna just angle my pencil so it goes right up to the edge. Silly me. I was trying to be quick, and I was doing it like this, and the lip on that was keeping me from getting all the way to the edge. So again, learn from me, will you? Learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes. Okay, so now that's a much tighter fit to the actual outside of this. And I may still cut just a shade smaller, so I don't want to mess with it overhanging at all. And since this is silver, you know, if this was an Altoid tin, if silver wasn't the color you wanted, you could always paint over it first, which I'll probably do in some of my the future ones that I work on. But I think for this case, the silver and the Christmassy is all kind of silvery tones. I think I'm not going to worry about too much about the silver part on the lid. I think that might actually kind of help the look. So let me grab my scissors real quick. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. It is longer than that's strange. Okay. It's longer and wider than I need. So I'm just going to keep trimming it up a little bit until it's right. Okay. That's better. My corners on the bottom are a little bit wonky since I since I hand cut them. I'm wondering if my corner rounder would have been a better bet. Just cut a square or a rectangle. Maybe too late. Maybe too late for this. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. I think this one's okay. This one's the only one that's a little bit too long, and the corner's a little funky. So I may have a little bit of a chance to redeem myself here. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna call that good. That is pretty darn close. Let me erase this pencil carefully here. I did use a little bit. I was a little heavy-handed on that pencil mark. Eek. So I don't want to rub off any of my ink. I'll probably be embellishing the outside here a little bit as well, so if I need to, I can always cover up this. But word to the wise, if you're drawing on the actual printed side, be a little light-handed on it. I just wanted to be sure I could see it, but this line was a little heavy. But you know what? I think it'll be okie dokie by the time it's all said and done. All right. So now I need to decide if I want to put anything on the outside here. I think I'm going to leave it because, like I said, the silver actually works quite nicely. If I were to do anything, I would paint it, because I'm afraid with this, the way that it closes, that if I put paper there, it's just going to keep, you know, like ripping at it every time I open and close it. Even if I Mod Podge it really good, it's gonna get, I think it's gonna get like worn down and end up not looking great at all. So yeah, okay. All right, so I think we'll just, for this one, since this is my first one, I'll keep it simple for myself and for you if you haven't done this before. As we go along with the further experiments and episodes of Altered Tins, we'll get more complicated on the outside, but I think this is a good first one for the outside. I may put lace along the edge before it's all said and done, but it won't hinder the hinge. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, so I know that we're dealing with silver and Christmassy silvers and light icy colors, but I'm still going to ink this with my favorite walnut brown or walnut stain, because I still want it to look vintagey. I don't necessarily want it to look shiny and new. I still want to give it that vintage look. So just like a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right. So then we're going to Mod Podge it to keep it good and, you know, sturdy front and back. Let me get my Let me get my little scrap piece here and get all the dog hair off. I struggle between wanting to let my dogs come up here and hang out with me and not. When I'm doing a video, I don't let them come up here because I don't need them distracting me. But sometimes if I'm just working on up here by myself, I mean, I'm always by myself up here, but just kind of on my own stuff or just working on the computer, then I'll let them come hang out with me. I do love hearing their little snores as they hang out and relax up here with me, but that does mean I get dog hair up here sometimes. So it's a catch-22. Okay. Let me slide this around just a little bit there. Okay. Okay. All right. Not too shabby. Okay, now let's do the outside. Make sure she's not going anywhere. Okay, now while she dries, I'm gonna explain to you a little bit what I'm planning for the inside. We're gonna create a little scene, okay? So I'm going to use these tags, I think, as a backdrop. I want this. I love this lovely little Christmassy window. I want that to be the very, very backdrop. So what I'm going to do, carefully, so I don't mess her up. I'm going to do the same thing, trace around the shape, and then try to cut it slightly less because it's going to be on the inside, so the thickness of this is going to, you know, make the difference. And I know this tag isn't quite big enough. It's not going to quite be big enough, but I plan on edging the inside, putting something there. I'm not sure what. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see what looks better when it's all said and done here. So I'm just going to do the same thing here. Okay, and I'm going to experiment. I'm just going to cut this out as a rectangle. I'm going to see if my corner rounder, if the big one is the right roundness. Because then it would be, and again, if not, you know, I'll just cut it by hand, and then I'm going to be covering up those edges anyway, so it's not the worst thing in the world if it doesn't work out as I hope. But let's just see here. All right, let me see. I feel like the larger one, and what does it say here? 10 millimeter. I feel like that's the right roundness. It's pretty close. Oh, that didn't quite sit right. Okay. Okay, let's see. That's pretty close on the roundness. Okay, I made it too big, too wide, and a bit too long. But I think you know, that's pretty close to the roundness. So there's another little tip for you. The 10 millimeter corner rounder will probably work really well. Oh, yes, that works great. Okay, yay. All right, now, well, it works great. It fits so well, I can't get it back out. Hang on. Okay, all right. All right, so I printed that on cardstock, which I didn't need to, but I mean, I usually do that for my tags anyway, so it doesn't matter one way or the other, but I'm still going to Mod Podge it. I'm not going to Mod Podge the front though, because I don't want that finish, because the rest of my images inside aren't going to have that finish. But I will Mod Podge the back just to get it glued down nicely. Oh, I like it already. Look at that. You open it up and there's this little world inside. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with this tag. You know what I should have done? Silly me. Before I glued it in, I should have used this as a template. So I have to do it all over again. But that's okay. That's all right. Now that I know what I'm doing more, maybe it won't be quite so painful. Yep. That works. That works. That works. That works. Okay. She's dry enough there, so I'll just lay her down and get this glued down. Okay, so yeah, the nice thing about cardstock is that the chance of bubbling is much less. I like that. I like that a lot. Here on the front with just the regular paper, I'm actually seeing a little bit of a bubble here. I think I got it. I may just need to have kind of pressed it down as it was drying a little bit better. I think I actually just fixed it. That's good. It was still damp enough where if I push it down, it'll stay this time. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So I am done with the Mod Podge. So I'm going to go rinse this out real quick because I tend to forget and then I have a ruined brush. I have a lot of brushes, but they're slowly dwindling because I keep ruining them. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So the next thing I'm going to do is see about covering up the trim or the edges there with some kind of a trim. Here was my first thought. Taking some cheesecloth that kind of, I think that coordinates well enough. And then just doing like literally like a thin little roll, like just cutting a long strip and then kind of rolling it a little bit and just kind of squishing it in into the corners. Or using cotton again, like I used with my Christmas tree book, and putting cotton in there so it looks like snow. Okay, so what if we just kind of unrolled that and kind of ripped it in half? Okay. And then if we glued it down like this around the edges, thing that I don't want to do, I don't want it to look like, obviously, oh look, there's cotton. So I'm thinking maybe actually if I do it with the scruffy side up. I'm liking that. Maybe I should do that for, should I do that for both sides? Or just one? I don't know now. I'm gonna do it for this for sure. Let's just go with that. But because I don't want it to be like, oh look, it's cotton, I want to sprinkle some glitter so it sparkles a little bit. I put glitter glue on my snow, I'm sorry, my Christmas tree book that I did, and I'm not sure it really stood out like I wanted it to. Let me see if I have one more trick up my sleeve. No, I don't. So this glitter may be the answer. Okay, I'm a little scared, but we're gonna go for it. And I'm gonna use art glitter glue because I want it to stick well. And oh, I think this might be easier to manipulate. And I'm just going to put it on the corners, and I'm going to put a pretty fair amount because you know, the cotton, I guess I'll put some up here too. Let's just start out with the top. Let's start with the top here. Okay. Just kind of squeeze that in there. Okay, I think that might work. I think that might work nice. Okay, so that's actually looking pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and put some dollops of Fabrifix on here just because I know for sure it's clear. And let me get my protective my protective paper here. Let me put just a little bit of glue here and there. Just a little bit here and there. Just start with the top here. Ooh, okay. And then sprinkle. Oh my goodness, I haven't opened it yet. This is brand new. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess I just need to, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to mess with that now. I'm going to put the glitter let's see if that works. Did that work? Oh, yes. Yeah, I think that works. And there's a little bit that stays on the backdrop. I can wipe it away, but it's kind of pretty that way too. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest like this. I won't do the very bottom because that's gonna be covered up. All right. I'm going to leave this side until inspiration hits me. I may do the same thing. I may do the cheesecloth. We'll see. I'm gonna leave that for now. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to layer her right in front of the window, and I want her to pop out. So I've got this piece of cardboard, like box board, and I'm going to make a little holder for her. can't be too long. I don't want it to be visible. So I'm going to say about there. All right, and I'm going to do at least one more, maybe two more, because I want her to really stand out nicely. Okay, I might need that later. Let's see. I think that might be good. Let me glue these two together. And then glue onto her. Okay. Let me hold that in place for just a minute because I don't want her slipping around. So while I wait for this, let me ask you guys, are you ready for Christmas? Today is the 29th of November. Christmas is just around the corner, and I'm flabbergasted every time. And what's funny is every year I'm more and more amazed at how fast it went. I guess that's a sign of age, huh? All right, so let me see. If I put her here, I'm not sure if she's popping out enough for me yet. That's not bad, but here's the thing. I'm also going to be putting this in front here, in front of her, like so. Whoops, like so. And this is going to be right in the, like really right at the edge there. So I think we can make her pop a little bit more. So I'm just going to use Waste Not, Want Not. And we'll use these two scraps. Okay, surely this is enough. Yes, yes, I love it. Okay, cool. Let's get her down. You know what, I'm going to, no, I wasn't sure about maybe using the hot glue, but this is definitely strong enough, and this will give me a little bit more time to play around with her. Although art glitter glue, as you probably know, doesn't mess around. It doesn't give you much time to play, but I think it gives you a little bit more time than hot glue. So I think we'll keep it at that. Yes. Okay, cool. Now, the book. What did I do with the book? Here we go. I want the book in front of her like this. Well, do I want her up higher now? Ooh, a little bit higher. Yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, and I think what we're just going to do is just do the same thing with this and put the back of this on top of her. She is good and sturdy. She's got a nice solid piece there. All right, let's see if this is enough of a pop from her. Yes, perfect. Okay, now I've decided that at least for the very bottom, I want some more snow popping out for the book to sit on snow. Yes. So I'm just going to add just a smidge. Whoops. Just a smidge down here. And I guess I won't mess with the glitter because it's going to be covered up anyway. So, okay, this is coming together nicely already, but I've got a little surprise. That you're not going to want to miss for the other side. So hang with me. Maybe I'll do it a little bit off center. Yeah, I like that. Oh my goodness, I like that. Ho, ho, ho. Yay, yay, yay. Yay. Okay. All right. I'm going to let all this dry just for a little bit more, and I'll come back and we will work on this side. Okay, we are back, and I am just in love with this glitter. I never thought I would be. I may actually have to go back and put the same glitter on my Christmas tree book project, because it almost looks like there's light shining in there as the light is reflecting it. Oh, I love it. I feel like there's a loose. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be eating glitter this evening, I think. That's okay. All right, so now onto this part. This, I don't know yet. I'm not sure I want to do... First of all, let me see. When it closes with this on the inside, obviously. So whatever we do around here is going to get squished down. So I'm thinking that the snow may not work as well as it is here. It's not going to stay fluffy. It's going to get jammed down. So I think that's going to be the issue that we're going to deal with. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with this idea. Now, I'm going to cut thin strips and then roll them up as well. But what I need to figure out is how much is it going to hinder when I close it? You know what I mean? I'm not going to have it. Yeah, I'm not going to have it like coming on up to the corner like that, but I'm just wondering. I think I may just have to do it, you know what I mean? Just go for it. I just plan on having like it rolled around the front like this, around the corners on the edges. And it will definitely get squished down when I close it, but I mean, I don't think it'll make it look bad because this is already scruffed up and wrinkly. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna start cutting some strips. I may just need one strip, really. And then we'll kind of roll it up and glue it down, and we'll just see what happens. This is the fun part, isn't it? Okay, all right, I'm gonna start cutting. Okay, so before it gets too dried, I'm gonna try this and see how it goes. Okay, it does close. It closes. Okay, well, look, some glue got on the edges, but I think once I let it dry, I think that'll be okay, because the cheesecloth is thin enough that, you know, it can get squished down super duper thin if it needs to. So, okay, we're gonna go with it and let it dry so that the glue doesn't transfer over here on the lip. Sorry. Okay, that wasn't too bad though. I could always scruff it off. Oh, I got quite a bit on here. Oh well. Okay. All right. So let me get it really good. At least the back section, you know, is really stuck down really well. And then the scruff hanging off and over is just an added bonus. Okay. I think that should do it. I actually don't mind having some like over like that. I think I might actually glue a little bit down like that so it stays, because I like that. I like having that. Well, come on now. Okay, just a little bit there. Okay. All right, so now I'm so excited about this. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to cut out one of these little houses. Which one? I really like this one. It looks so like fairy tale European. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, lovely. So now, here's the conundrum. I haven't figured this part out yet. I want this to be a pocket right here. And I want it to stand, let's see. Hang on, let me see. It's pretty tight. I think this is a little too thick. So that's okay. That's the beauty of this cheesecloth. I can just do what I need to do. There we go. Okay. That's a little bit better. So I need this to be a pocket. But again, I don't need it to be too far out. It actually can't be too far out. It certainly can't be on the edge here because I don't want it to get squished when I close it. So I'm going to have to make like a little shelf for this to sit on so that it kind of sits maybe more in the middle. Not quite the middle, but you know what I mean? So it's away from all of the edging. So let's think about this. Let's think about this, shall we? Okay, and it certainly can't be any wider than this because I've got all of this. It doesn't need to be squishing down all of these guys. But this is about the width. This will be fine if I can keep it about that width. So here we go. Let me find my. I think I'm just going to use white cardstock because I don't think it'll be visible. I might ink it up a little bit just in case it is. But here's the deal. I'm going to cut like a strip. Let me just do it. Let me just do it before I try to explain it because it's hard to explain something that I'm not sure is going to work yet. So I'm going to say about, I'll do a little bit more and then I can always trim it down. So that was about 3/4 of an inch wide. All right. Okay. Hang on. So I want this to sit, I'm going to make like a little, let's do this here. I'm going to make like a little cradle, if that makes sense. Don't want it to be any wider than the house. And what I'm going to do, I actually not a full cradle. I want to be able to slide something in and out like this. So if there's a lip right there, that's going to hinder what's going to go behind that. So I'm going to do an L shape. And we will do it no wider than the house. So about there. Okay. So like this, so that something can sit on this little shelf like this. Yes? Yes. Okay. But now we need to adhere it. So I'm going to make a little, let me do this real quick. Get a nice crisp fold. All right. So I'm going to cut just, and I'm totally eyeballing this, but it needs to be just enough for some glue to stick. Okay. And then of course the thickness, let's see here. What am I dealing with here? I'm dealing with about 1/4 of an inch thickness. So let me make a mark where I, let's hang on. I want to make a mark. This is about 3/4, actually that's perfect. So 1/4 thickness there. So I'm just going to cut my little, oh, I was almost there, but I'm going to cut a little bit there and a little bit there. Okay, and then, because we're dealing with such a small piece of cardboard, I'm going to score. Because I want to fold 2 more little flaps. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Is it making sense? Maybe not. That's okay. It will in just a minute. I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this like this, and this little guy like this, and again here, and then okay, like this. So then now we've got, whoops, we've got something to, you know, we've made a little shelf, and this can stick to this, and this can stick to this. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Hang on, let me make sure this is the right thickness for what I'm going to be putting in. It is. Okay, I don't want to show you yet. All right, let's do our glitter glue, and I'm just going to do the little corners here and get it in the L position. There we go. Let that dry for a minute. Okay, so what I don't know is if I want to ink that. It's not really going to show. No, I think it'll be okay. Since there's white all in it, a little bit of white, if a little bit of white peeks through when you're looking at different angles, I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna keep it simple. All right. Oh my goodness, this is really coming together like I was hoping it would. That is so exciting. All right, so we're gonna put this little guy here. Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Okay. All right. And then figure out exactly where where we need to go. Don't know if I want to do center, front and center, or off to the side. I think off to the side a little bit, but not so much that it's going to be in the way of the, you know, this lip coming in there. So, okay. All right, let's go for it. Okay. Now, I think something like this. Okay. Let me close it, make sure. Ooh, is that too much? Might be too much. Hang on. It is too much. Son of a gun. Okay. I think the way to fix that, because I really do need this to be the thickness that it is. Okay, the way to fix that is we'll take one layer off of this, because I put 2 pieces of cardboard together. Very, very, very carefully peel that off. Okay, very carefully, and take it off carefully. I don't want to bend the paper want to stay nice and flat. And I'd rather have a little bit of residue from this rather than peeling off, you know, the paper from there. Okay. All right. So that'll take it down, I think, enough thickness where it'll work better. And it's still, there's still enough of a, you know, 3D effect. That'll be just fine. Let me give that a minute to dry. I think I'm going to support, so it doesn't get squished, I'm going to support the back of this. I'm just going to get one of those little, oh, you know, the little foam squares. Little mounting squares. I think at this point that might be easier to work with. I think. Do that. Okay, I think that should work just fine. Oh, well, it works fine if I don't. Yeah, okay. Didn't let that dry quite enough. Okay, yeah. I could probably do another one. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. Okay, hang on. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop messing with that one. And let me see how this works now. I think that helps, but maybe I did it too much. I mean, worst case scenario, we take her down a notch. Get her off of her high horse, because this really needs to fit when it's closed. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, that still looks nice. Okay. I like it. I like it. And this, okay. And you know, I may need to do some sparkle down here now that now that there's so much snow. Okay, that's looking good. That is looking good. I'm loving this. The glue still needs to dry. So I may not close it up again until that's dry, but that doesn't mean we can't move forward with this. Okay, here we go. You ready for it? Ah, Little Christmas Fairies mini book that is in my Christmas Magic mini book collection. I will put a link to that below as well. But I thought, how cute would this be if we tuck the little book in here? Wait, is that? Yes, tuck the little book in here. And I mean, look at that. Open up the little book. Her little book here. She's reading a Christmas story about Christmas fairies. Oh my goodness, you can make up a whole sweet little story for this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, so that goes there. Now, what I'm wondering is if I want it to be sitting up further like this. That's actually kind of cute. Or having it poking out here like this. I don't know. I could always like add more cardboard like this on the bottom. a couple strips of that to raise it up so that the book sits up like this. I may do that. I may actually do that. But I feel now that this is a little bit naked. So we don't want anything naked, do we? No. So let me see. I could either put a fussy cut, or I also have these little labels that I also have in a kit. They are kind of the vintagey looking Christmas kind of labels, which are actually the same thing I used to make this collage. So that kind of coordinates quite nicely. I didn't plan on it that way, but it kind of coordinates nicely. So I'm wondering if I want to, that's too big. If I want to add one of these little labels maybe here on top. I was also thinking about using it, oops. Using it, I'm not going to close it all the way yet. Using it on the front. So let me just play with this for a minute here. Okay, I decided on the green. I like the brown as well, because it kind of stands out. But this kind of keeps with the light, airy feeling. I think that looks nice. And so I also feel like this needs to be, you know, popped up a little bit. So let's just do one little square for this. And get a little extra grabbage. Oops, oh goodness gracious, that's too much. Hang on. Okay, so I feel like that needs to go about there. Just like so. I like it, I like it. Okay. Now let me see. How badly do I want this? I think I do want this sticking out a bit. So let me see. That's quite a bit of height that I need to use or need to create. But let me do that off camera and I will be back. Okay, so I created a 4-stacker. And that should be enough to pump up. That's pretty high, actually. But I really like having that book peeking out over the top. So here's what we're gonna do. I am going to gonna put the glue on the bottom of this. I was thinking about putting it on the bottom of that and then dropping this in, but I don't think my glue bottle will let me do that. So let me see if I can. It's like Operation. You guys remember the game Operation? The Gen X game. Kind of reminds me of this. Except I'm not afraid of getting shocked and jolted. Well, you never did get jolted, did you? It's just... Ugh, I think I made these too fat. Hang on. Okay, that was just a shade too fat. It was making the little house bulge. So, okay, let's try that again. Put this full of goopy glue there, and then we will place it in like so. Okay, that's looking much better. Okay, and you really can't, I mean, unless you're like really looking, you can't even see it. You have to like look for it. You have to know that you're looking for something before. And I do see a little bit more glue on the corner of the little shelf there. I've been playing rough. It's not really thrilled with that. Okay. All right. Okay. That is looking good. Put our little book in there. Yes, yes, yes. Much, much better. So cute. Okay, how's this looking? This is dry-ish. All right, so let's close it up. Okay. Now, I still feel like I want to do something along the edge. I've got, ooh, yes, I've got some gray and white lace that I think will look really pretty around here. Let me grab that. Okay, yes, 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 and it's the right, yes, it's the perfect width as well. So, now the question is, we could do it along the top too. Ooh, do I have enough for that though? Yeah, I probably do. We could do it along the top or along the bottom or top and bottom. What if we did like a double decker? Let me see. Would that be overkill? Would that be overkill? That's the question of the hour. Not really. That's actually kind of pretty. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start on the top because I definitely like it on the top. I wasn't even anticipating that, but I like it. Now, I'm seeing here my little pencil marks are still there. Not crazy about that. So, but that's okay. I was planning on putting something here. Maybe one of the white ones. Okay. And then just kind of pop it up too, I think, with the little foam squares. Let's see. Oh, that one's done. Okay, let's see. Do I need, oops, need one or two? I think just one in the middle should be fine. Okay. Give it some extra grip. Oh, I did it again. This bottle is kind of getting on my nerves. It's like nothing, and then all of a sudden, poof. And it's not very clogged. I've checked. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's just giving me trouble today. All right, so now I've got this popped up here. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to just glue. I think I'm going to use the my hot glue pen to glue this on because it's, you know, slick metal, and I don't feel like you know, I don't want to have too much slippage. So, and I think I'm going to start the end here. Have the seam be on the side so it's not quite so obvious, and we can always maybe put a bow there or something. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Okay, so let's, oh, you know what? Hang on. I feel like, wasn't there like a little scrap of this stuff? Oh, yeah, there it is. What if we have a little bit of that peeking out here? Yes. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that just a little bit. Just a little bit. I love scruffy scruffs. can always trim it down a little bit later too. I may trim it down later, but I just felt like I needed to put that there right now. So, all right, let me get my hot glue pen and get her warmed up a bit. And then I will just go along the edge on the top, put it along there, and then see if the spirit moves me. Whoops. And if the spirit moves me, I will put another second, so it'll be kind of like a ruffle. I'm not big on ruffles, but it might be appropriate in this situation. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, that worked pretty well. Word to the wise though. Well, this got a little tighter on the corners. Word to the wise, the hot glue gun, if I didn't move quick enough, it dried a little bit on the thicker side, and I don't know if you can see. Hang on, let me bring it up here. Here, I got it down and tight quicker than I did here. So there's actually like a gap. So I didn't consider that. I didn't anticipate that. But that's okay. I think I'm going to cover this up with cheesecloth anyway. Just kind of make another little cheeseclothy corner, and that'll help hide that. But another thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be doing that with a hot glue gun, it's not going to lay flat up against this like this if you work too slowly. So you got to work fast. But that's okay. That's fixable. And I was thinking about adding more cheesecloth anyway, so it all works out just fine. So let me do that real quick. Okay, lovely. No harm, no foul. I actually like that. It gives it more of a scruffy look, which I was trying to figure out how to make it look more scruffy on a tin can or a tin box. So now, do I want that second ruffle? Do I? I don't know. I think I like it just as it is, to be honest. Can I be honest? I don't mind that silver, again, since it's going with the whole, color scheme. I think I might just leave it like that. But I do want to put something here. I may do another, like a scruffy bow. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Oops. It may end up just kind of melding into the background. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything, is it? No. I think for this I will use, let me use this. Okay. All right. I'm gonna call her done. No, I'm not. I want to put it one piece of sparkle. One piece of silver sparkle. I'm feeling one little. I've discovered that I love, as much as I love scruffy, I like kind of counterbalancing it with like just a touch of scruff or a touch of sparkle. Here we go again with the surgery. I'm gonna use this. See if I can do it left-handed with the glue here. Don't you come gooping out on me now. Oh my gosh, stop. Hang on. I'm not thrilled with these glue toppers. I see other people that have like the tiny, tiny little tips, and maybe I should invest in those. If you have those, tell me where you got them or what they're called, because this tip seems to be a little bit more trouble than a help, you know? Well, okay, now I got glue. It'll glue dry. I mean, glue. It'll dry clear, but I still don't want just like a mound of glue gooping out. So okay, just there. And this one, maybe I want it in the middle. That? Do I want it on the corner? I think I like it in the middle of that now. Oh my goodness. I change my mind a lot, don't I? Okay. Oh my gosh, these are being very, very stubborn. Okay. Eek. Eek. All right, that should be okay once it dries. Clear. All right. I'm gonna give every minute. I'm gonna give everything a minute to dry, just a little bit longer, and then we will go through the whole thing and open it up, and play with it a little bit. Okay. All right, you guys. I got myself cleaned up a little bit here, and let's play with our sweet little Christmas fairy tin. All right, so let's open it up. Look at the cuteness. Oh, the book switched over, flipped over. Okay. That's okay. So here we have our sweet little fairy with the little Christmas magic book there, and the little house holding our Christmas fairy mini book, which is adorable. It has all of the same images that are in my Very Fairy Christmas journal kit. Very, very sweet and cute. And there's like even, I left little spots to, if you want to journal or put like, I mean, obviously you're not going to write your day's diary out here, but if you want to like add, maybe name all the fairies, Trixie, Petunia, or Poinsettia. I don't know, what would Christmas fairy names be? Candy. I think her name would be Candy because she looks like a little candy cane. Anyway, just a bunch of fun here. I love tiny things. I love fairies. So I'm pretty in love with this whole altered tin thing, and I'm glad I finally just took the time to just do one. I have lots of more ideas, different themes, different coverings, different ways to do them. So I dare say I will definitely be making a series out of this, and you can stay tuned for all the different episodes as I keep playing with these. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you try this too. And well, this guy keeps flopping over. I might need to put something there. I don't know. I hope that you try this, and if you do, share your pictures in my Facebook group. And if you're not a part of my Facebook group yet, why not? It's a lovely little community of crafters, and we share ideas, and I've got freebies. I've got weekly freebies. I have monthly challenges, 2 monthly challenges, one on YouTube, one on Facebook. So, it's a fun place to be. So come on over and join. The information will be below the video for that as well. But yeah, thank you so much. And remember, the Very Fairy Christmas kit is on sale to the end of December for 35% off. Okay? Okay. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.